the National Football League,
where we'll see two teams who got their starts way back in 1966.
It's the Dolphins and the Falcons.
Just ahead on EA Sports.
First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. Good to be with you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams that love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense, we're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is
the veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. And off we go here in Atlanta. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
he's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. But if he does that, I'll tell you what, I really like their chances.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
He's got this to Bijan Robinson.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. 3rd down and 9.
It's 3rd and 9.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Falcons getting their punter out there. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think 2 things were at play. Number 1, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his 2nd, 3rd check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws. So they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result.
Here's 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Tua. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On 4th down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. D. Alford on the return for the Falcons. This one fielded out beyond the 25. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. He has run the ball well to this point in the season, right there amongst the NFL leaders in rushing. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. Now it's going to be 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Taken at the 19. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Dolphins offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And is caught left side by Waddle. Inside the 20. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Miami.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Dolphins 7, Falcons 0.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. A return now from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And a short pickup past the 25. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll look to throw. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And he's going to have a 1st down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
That's good for Falcons. 1st down.
A give left side. Here comes Robinson. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Now, faking the give. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Jalen Phillips that time, in there for the sack.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
The pass intended
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their second sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Falcons offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
London brought in motion. On the give, it's Robinson. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Micah Fitzpatrick up to make the stop. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Back to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. Tua, give it to Achane, and that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Achane. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tua. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on 3rd down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. Sending it deep for Waddle. That is caught. What a throw. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
Next to score, Dolphins 14, Falcons nothing.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Falcons offense ready to get back to work. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's caught left side by Pitts.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll get that to Kadero High. And he's going to have a 1st down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Another run here for Robinson.
Bijan Robinson, ball carrier. Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here's their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Dolphins offense and receiver Jalen Waddle getting ready to go back to work. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this 2nd quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. In motion, it's Waddle. Off play action, it's Tua. That one knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and that will lead to a 2nd down. They'll bring Waller in motion here. Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. Uh-oh. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. To throw is Tua. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They'll bring Waller in motion here. On the ground, this is Jalen Wright. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. First and 10. Tua going to throw. Now a screen set up for Achane.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
At the Falcons 41-yard line.
They'll bring Waller in motion here. A run up the middle with Achane, and he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. They take this inside the 40 to the 39, but most importantly, they've got it. That's a first down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Sending it deep for Waddle. And he's got another one. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. A 3-touchdown game for him. That's now 5 on the year. This is turning into a monster game. Let's keep an eye on this. 3 touchdown catches alone in the first half. Could be a record-setting game. Now Sanders on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Dolphins will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Falcons offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. That's caught. It's high. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They run over center with Robinson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And what a start to this drive. A little bit of everything. First, you get the explosive pass to start it out, and then you follow it up on the ground, picking up good yardage. The ability to weave back and forth as a play caller, it just puts so much pressure on the defense.
Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play. 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
3rd and 9. That's caught right side. It's London. And he will score. Drake London. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Washington now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Westbrook-Akine motioning here. Tua now on 1st down. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the defense has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
A give, and here comes Robinson. And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain to nothing.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. You could see the body language of the kicker, Mike. Once it left his foot, he was kind of leaning. He was trying to bring that one back towards the middle. But that's the sound you dread as a kicker. It reverberates around the stadium, off the upright, no good.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he'll get forward for a couple. Caden Ellis in on that stop. 2nd down and 8. Hill brought in motion. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. Ho-ho! Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Tua. A throw on the move is caught. And he will have a 1st down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. Austin Jackson, the former 1st rounder, guilty there. Third and long. And here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Now the return. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Trying the left side, here's Robinson. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. They face 2nd down and 7. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
That's good for a Falcons 1st down.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll look London's way again. Just complete again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
He'll drop to throw. In trouble, and down he goes. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
The Dolphins offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. That'll be caught. It's Jalen Wright. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. On 2nd down, here's Tungo Vailoa. That's complete. It's Waddle. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. Here now, 3rd and 5. In motion, it's Waddle. Tua now on 3rd down. Sending it deep for Waddle. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball, and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The home team's offense going to take over just before the half. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson.
Just a little slow developing on that screen play there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their 1st, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. He'll look deep, left sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this 1st half will come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. It was a 10-point win in the end, 26-16, the final. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. On the return, Malik Washington. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. 3rd and long. Here's 2. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. On 1st down, it's Robinson. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing now from the gun. That'll be caught. It's Tyler Algier. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Now, deep ball for London. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. The Falcons send their punting unit out. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. This one, returnable. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Hill brought in motion. Off play action, it's Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. A.J. Terrell, the tight coverage there, and he knocks it away. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Achane. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. Here's 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Tua gonna give this to Wright. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Tua. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and 2, Tagovailoa. That is caught by Washington. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
And the Dolphins 1st down.
Here's a give to Achane. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. And now with that stop on 2nd and goal, the defense really flips the advantage to their own favor. 3rd and goal from this length. I think now they can play a lot more pass-heavy defense and not be so concerned with the run game.
Now, Tagovailoa on 3rd and goal. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
London brought in motion. They'll go again with Robinson. And this will be a Falcons 1st down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
They'll work the middle here with Algier. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll try to run for it. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
The returner will get away from it, and it's going to be marked down at the 15. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Vailoa. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Punt team comes out, Dolphins going to kick it away, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. Here comes a return, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And the Falcons' 1st down.
Here comes the blitz as oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Now he'll run it. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play. It is 3rd and 10. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. That catch number 40 on the season for him. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. He's going to keep it himself. Left side in the hands of London.
The first down pass. Complete to Drake London. A gain of 4 brings up second down at the 36-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Brings up third down.
3rd and long. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? Off his foot, Mike, this ball was just never on target. He might have been hoping for it to work a little left to right, but it just didn't want to cooperate. It ends up staying wide left.
The Dolphins offense and Tua Tagovailoa making their way back out. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll get this across midfield as he's brought down, following a pickup of 5. Here's 3rd and 2.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
In motion, it's Waddle. He'll get this out wide. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always...
Oh, the ball's out. It's scooped up by the Falcons.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Now, a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. Following the penalty, they'll run it. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa. And this ball incomplete on third down. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. And it's going to be fourth down. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This one from 47 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Still second down.
He'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's high. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Now a 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll look to throw again. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Second and 11 at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
They'll throw out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Open man is Mooney. He's got it.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. Really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 18-yard line.
Back to throw. He's got his man. It's Mooney. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. So the ball's still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. and he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line. They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons are able to cut into the deficit. So down 2 scores, they're going to roll the dice here with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
This offense and their wide receiver heading back onto the field. And this could very well turn out to be the shocker of the weekend. Not too many people around the league were expecting them to come in here and win, but they are on the verge of doing just that. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. Jesse Bates able to come up with the play and knock it away. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Javon Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now, here's the Dolphins and Tua going for 2. They'll look to throw. Oh, a loose football. But he'll gather it back in.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Falcons offense getting set to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now he'll run. A pickup there of 28 yards. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
That's good for the Falcons.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing now from the gun. Open man, he's got it. It's London. They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's a screen taken in by Algier. Good-looking screen play there, a gain of 11 and a 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Brought down back at the 27.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Taking off, he'll try to get there. A first down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another.
Now the man out of Alabama, it's Chase McClellan. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6.
On the ground, it's McClellan. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Fighting for the marker, he loses the football. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands.
You can see the relief on his face. He gets up and he goes, I got away with one there. I was a little loose with the ball, and fortunately for the ball carrier, he was close enough to the sideline that he gets a friendly bounce. You're not always going to be that lucky. You have to protect the ball at all costs, and it's a little easier to learn that lesson when you get back in the huddle, and fortunately for you, it's still your ball. I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back.
And beautiful footwork on display. He is in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. And they look to finish it off here in the 4th. This might just wash away what was a subpar performance a week ago. Tua going to give it to Achane. Not much happening there, just a short game. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first, and they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. Once again, it's Achane. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Now a give to Achane, heading right. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, a win here for the visiting Dolphins. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago, a game they really did struggle in. They look like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.